Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, ladies. Welcome to the call. Can you guys hear me? Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me, you can see me. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Miss Wanda, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can. Okay, Kathy? Okay, good. Hey, Christina, how are you? Can you hear, you can hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry, I had you on mute.
No problem. I just want to make sure we're good to go on this end. Good. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Good to have you guys on. I'm excited. I am excited. Hello, welcome, welcome. Go ahead, say your name, where you calling from.
Well, again, Christina Wofford. I'm from Rochester, New York. So
New York is in the house.
Yes, safely in the house. Yes.
That's right. That is right. Welcome, everybody. We're slated to get started in about 6 to 7 minutes. If you haven't done so, what I would recommend you do is make sure you get this call information out to your team, get it out to your partners, get it out to your friends, get it up on social media, let people know that we're getting started in T-minus 7 minutes. We'll be kicking off. It's going to be a phenomenal call tonight. Lots of things to go over, a lot of things to cover, a lot of concepts to share, and I'm sure you're going to be tremendously blessed through the information and through the concepts we share tonight. So thank you guys for being on. Congratulations. Welcome. Go ahead and state your name and certainly where you're calling from. Love to hear from you.
Wanda Foss from Dallas.
Hello, Miss Wanda. How are you?
I'm great, and you?
I am excellent. Excellent. It's been a long day.
That it has.
But they say it's better to be seen than to be viewed, and so I'm not complaining.
Amen.
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, welcome everybody. Go ahead and state your names, where you're calling from. We'd love to say hello to you. I know we've heard from Wanda. We've heard from, who else have we heard from? We've heard from Christina. Who else is just joining us? Go ahead and state your name. Love to say hello to you. Welcome to the call.
Valley Ford, Birmingham.
Valley Ford in Birmingham. Welcome. Look at Valley. Valley, we knocking out Emerald this month.
That's my goal.
Kathy, if she don't hit Emerald, I'm blaming you because you didn't go Ruby. I love it. I love it. I know it's done. It's completely done this month. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Who else haven't we heard from? Go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. We'd love to say hello to you before we get started. Welcome to the call. We'll be getting started in the next 3 minutes. We're T-minus 3 minutes away. Hey, Pastor Rashid, I see you. Welcome, sir.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm excellent, brother. How's everything for you?
Oh, we are excellent. We saw you over there with the mask on, social distancing / celebrating.
Yeah, because nobody else over there seemed to be trying to do that.
At all, at all. I said at least there's one or two rather. There's at least two in the house with masks. I said nobody else got a mask order.
Nowhere, brother. Nowhere.
But they were living by faith. Amen.
I guess so. I guess so.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Welcome to the call, guys. Good to have you guys on. Hey, Harmony, congratulations. I see you out there. Welcome. How are you? Harmony, where are you based?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. Where are you based?
Oh, in Morrisville, North Carolina.
North Carolina in the house. Brand new. What rank did you just hit in April?
Emerald.
Come on, Emerald. You hear that, Valley Ford? That's what an emerald looks like right there, right there. Come on, Harmony.
Yes.
Congratulations. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. Your example is setting a blaze for people all over the country and all over the world. And so we salute you and say congratulations publicly. I know we've got banners for everybody all over the place, but certainly want to say congratulations to you as well. Who else do we have on? Welcome to the call. Somebody said, I see the barbershops are open in H-Town. No, they're not. This is a quarantine cut. All right. When God has blessed you, you can have a barber come to your house who happens to be a friend. I told my barber, I said, man, it's been 6 weeks. He said, well, we practicing safe distancing. I said, there's no distance in the spirit. Come on over. And he came. So we're glad about it. Anyway, welcome to the call. Go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. We'd love to say hello to you. Welcome, everybody.
Hi, I'm Tiffany from Houston.
Hey, Tiffany, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm excellent. Glad to have you on, Tiffany. Welcome from H-Town, home of Joel Osteen and Beyonce. And we may have to add Megan Thee Stallion in there after a while.
Yeah.
All right, welcome, everybody. Go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. Love to welcome you and say hello to you.
Sundiata Ferguson, Dallas, Texas, baby.
Sundiata Ferguson, brand new Emerald in the house. Welcome, Sundiata. Good to have you on, my brother. Welcome to the call. Congratulations, brand new Emerald. And his wife's position, I would be remiss if I didn't say she got promoted to Ruby. She wanted me to let y'all know they've got a dual team working around this place up in here. So congratulations.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, who was that? Pamela Ferguson in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, glad to have you on as well. Who else do we have out there? Go ahead and state your name and where you're calling from. We're getting ready to go live. We're getting ready to get started. But if you have not done so, please state your name and where you're calling from. We'd love to say hello to you.
Stephanie Allen, Baytown, Texas.
Okay, I heard Stephanie Allen in Baytown. Welcome, Stephanie. Congratulations on a phenomenal month of April as well. I know, Stephanie, how many loyal customers did you enroll last month?
25.
25 loyal customers. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the call.
Hey, Coach Juarez and Vivian White here, Rochelle in Texas.
Vivian White, good to see you guys again. I saw him earlier. Not in person, but over the phone. We're still practicing social distancing. And all right, let's see. I know we've got somebody unmuted, but we'll get them muted out here in a second.
Hello.
All right, welcome everybody.
All right.
All right, go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. Love to say hello. We're getting ready to get started. It's 8:01 on the dot, Central Standard Time. We're streaming this on Facebook as well. And so obviously very excited about that. Excited about all of you that are on, that have actually made it onto the Zoom. If you haven't done so, please state your name and where you're calling from. Love to say hello to you. I see Nina Moore in the house. The birthday girl is in the house. I hope it's okay to say birthday girl. I don't want to be politically and professionally correct. All right. She said, yeah, that's right. All right. Welcome to the call. Go ahead and state your names and where you're calling from. Love to say hello to you.
Hello, Stephanie.
Perry and Monica Beasley.
Okay, I heard Perry and Monica Beasley, double diamonds in the house. Congratulations. Great month last month as well. Someone else was saying hello.
Stephanie Mills from Statesville, North Carolina.
North Carolina, Stephanie Mills. I heard Lakeitha as well. Welcome to the call. If you haven't done so, say your name, where you're calling from. We got about 30 seconds, then we're going to jump right into the information tonight.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. I see T. Fisher, my partner, Mr. Tracy Fisher's in the house over in H-Town. I made the announcement earlier. H-Town is the home of Joel Osteen, Beyonce, and now Megan Thee Stallion. All right. So anyway, anybody else, real quick before we get started, last 15 seconds of introductions.
Me, Tika Rosen, I'm from Denver.
Hey, from Denver, congratulations. She was one of the winners of the drawing that we just had. And I know Nina Moore cashed out some money over there. I'm telling you guys, it pays to be in production. So congratulations to you. Well, guys, I want to say welcome to everybody to the call tonight. I know we've got a packed out call and so many of you that will be joining and getting on the call tonight, obviously from all over the world. We are certainly streaming right now onto Facebook. For those of you that are watching us on Facebook, those of you that are tagging and sharing, continue to do that. Tonight is a special call. You know, I'm excited about what's taking place in our company, It Works Global, what's happening in this particular team. I'm so fired up behind all of the results that took place last month, record numbers that we had as a team and even as a company last month. It's just been an incredible time, obviously, with so many people around the globe dealing with this pandemic. I know there's so many different states instituting different phases of reopening, and we're proud and glad about that, and certainly sending our condolences to those of you that have been impacted greatly through this pandemic, whether physically or financially or just mentally, having to deal with the trauma of what's going on. But I'm telling you, in our company, in this business, it's just been a record numbers of growth starting from the first month of this year, January, February, March. That first quarter was just incredible. And to cap it off, to start off with the second quarter of April, and I'm not hyping you guys, just this organization alone, we enrolled in excess of 1,100 people last month alone. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I mean, it was a record number of you really in the hunt. We had brand new star achievers get promoted last month. We had brand new star, y'all not clapping, come on, brand new star achievers last month. Congratulations. I'm telling you, that is the foundation of this business here. Then we also had brand new executives get promoted all over the place. I mean, it was just phenomenal. We had brand new Rubies. Congratulations, Rubies. Those of you in April that were on your Ruby run and got it done. Ruby run and got it done. Congratulations. Of course, brand new Emeralds, Harmony out there. I know Sunyata Ferguson. I don't want to keep calling names because I know for a fact I'm going to miss many of you that got it done, but congratulations to you. Brand new Diamonds in the house. You know, diamonds are a girl's best friend, and diamonds are a way a man shows he's planning to win. Okay, so I'm excited about all of the brand new diamonds that were promoted. Double diamond in the house, brand new double diamond in Mrs. Jennifer Nivens in the house, and all of you, just congratulations. Phenomenal month on last month, and I'm excited about what's taking place already in the month of May. You know, this is what we are calling a momentum month. Some of you are labeling it the month of mayhem. It's going to be mayhem. What do I mean by mayhem? I mean, we're just going all out. It's all out, massive action in the month of May. Host to Post is on a whole nother level right now. Some of you are enrolling more customers in a month than you've probably done in your career here because of Host to Post, because of calling and texting and going live, leveraging social media. And it's really indicative of how we've really started to gel as a team. The chemistry, the camaraderie, all around the team, the synergy is there. And I'm telling you, there's so many of you on the tipping point to getting to your next promotion as a team, as an organization, and it's a result of all of the lives you're touching and serving all around the world. But tonight, it's gonna be phenomenal. Tonight, we're gonna be talking a little bit more in-depthly from a mindset standpoint. You know, tonight's training, I'm gonna do a part of it, and I'm gonna tell you, tonight's training is really going to be a little bit different from what we've done over the last 4 weeks. The last 4 weeks, we've really talked and trained when it comes to the how-tos of the business, the technicalities of the business. And all of you know those things are important, especially as we start and continue to evolve as a company, as an organization, as leaders, as people. It's important to get relevant information of practical things that you need to be doing on a daily basis to grow your teams, to grow your customer base, and to grow your incomes, okay? And so we've been doing a lot of that over the last 4 to 6 weeks, and I believe that's where a lot of the results are stemming from as relates to what's taking place. Tonight's call, we will talk a little bit and highlight a little bit on host a post. We're going to highlight a little bit about some of the technical things that you should be doing both online and offline. You want to be I want you to write this down. In business, you want to have what I call the liquidity of thought and the nimbleness of mind. Liquidity of thought and nimbleness of mind. Otherwise, you will find yourself brilliantly equipped with an arthritic and antiquated mindset. And so tonight, we're going to really deal with the philosophies of growing your business. The philosophies, the way of thinking. I'm going to talk about the success triangle because the technical knowledge of what is required for you to go to the next level. The next level for some of you is going from star achiever to executive. The next level for some of you is going from executive to Ruby. The next level for some of you is going from Ruby to Emerald, from Emerald to Diamond, from Diamond to double to triple to presidential to ambassador to even double ambassador. But I can tell you the technical knowledge, the technical knowledge, the how-to, the what I'm doing, all of those things represent about 5% of the success triangle. I'm going to really teach on that because I want you to be equipped. I want you to be prepared mentally and emotionally for the mayhem and the momentum that your team, your organization, this company is growing through right now. It's one thing for the company to be growing through or going through momentum. It's another thing for you to be a part mentally and emotionally and really connected spiritually with the momentum. I can tell you your assignments have everything to do with your alignments. And we're going to talk about being in complete alignment with what this team and what this organization and what these leaders are doing. Now, I have to really preference this by saying, because I'm about to bring on brand new double diamond, Mrs. Jennifer Nivens. You know, the reason why I want to bring her on is because she has been an example, just one of several of them. But I wanted to bring her on. Her and her team are doing a tremendous work right now in terms of the growth that they're seeing on a month-to-month basis, the lives that they're impacting all over the world, to support many of you that are reaching out to her, asking for advice and out asking for counsel. And so as a brand new double diamond, I wanted her to come on and really share with you guys, you know, what's taking place. Not only what's taking place, why it's taking place. You know, obviously she's one of the individuals that's pioneering, leading in, and has bought in wholeheartedly to this host to post strategy. And that's the what, that's the technical part, or what I call the technical knowledge of what they're doing. But there's something that's even as equally as important as that. It's the why. I never, or very seldomly will you find me asking people how they did something. The how-to is what the how-to is. A lot of times when I sit down with successful people, and I want you to write this down, one of the questions I ask is why? What were the conditions? Why? What's the driving force for the success and the successors that you're creating? Because you know my philosophy, success without successors is failure. One of my prayers is, God, don't let me succeed alone. Okay? And so I want to bring on Mrs. Jennifer Nivens. Mrs. Nivens, number one, congratulations, brand new double diamond to you, and congratulations to that entire team of individuals you serve alongside of. Why don't you come onto the line and talk about what this experience has been for you when you first came back and partnered with us. I believe it was August 2019. You know the date, I'm sure. But talk about, you know, getting started, and then share with us not only getting started, because I believe there's a difference between getting started and getting going. And I really started to see the going aspect and the going part after the conference that we had in January. So just, you know, the floor is yours. Take the next, you know, maybe 10, 15 minutes or whatever it is, kind of talk to us. If you need less time, that's okay too, because, you know, I'm long-winded tonight. But nonetheless, I'll turn it over to you. Congratulations, brand new double diamond. I think I could share the bonuses, but I don't want to get penalized because we are streaming on Facebook. But just know she's a more bonus earner. There are bonuses that she's earned at Diamond, Yeah, come on. You ought to be clapping, right? Put your blessed hands together. You ought to be clapping all over the sanctuary, all over the place. But brand new double diamond. She's gotten the more bonuses at the diamond level and at the double diamond level. And I know for a fact, her and that team, they're going to become a triple diamond organization this month in May Mayhem. So I'll turn it over to you, Mrs. Jennifer Nivens.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. First of all, I definitely want to give it up for my team. They absolutely, because when it comes to promoting or pushing for any type of goal, it has to be everyone moving at the same time. And I can honestly say everyone was all hands on deck, moving together. What are we doing? What's the method? What's the system? What do I need to be for this to happen? And everyone really did their part. On up to brand new distributor. I think she joined it like the 31st of March, Miss Karana Moore, who went Ruby, 30 days, had no idea what she was doing, but she just kept with the system. And so just keep it simple. And I wanted to say, it's not always what works, but it's what duplicates. And so although you may have a method that absolutely works and has been working, you have to do what duplicates and what's simple for everyone to do. And the host to post method is absolutely super simple, and it's what everyone can do. Is it repetitive? Yes. And can it blow up in a lot of people and a lot of leads and a lot of contacts and connects for you to keep up with? Absolutely. But it's those simple repetitive steps that a brand new distributor can come in and you say, here, post this. All right. And then you send this and you give them the whole script layout, how they can come in and enroll customer after customer after customer. Brand new distributors were coming in and getting their 6 customers in 48 hours off of the host to post method. And so when so we started it a little bit in March, when we went diamond, but I implemented it on the team April 1st, that we as an entire team are doing host to post all throughout of April. And to see the enrollments double and triple from the previous month, just the middle of the month, with how many enrollments we had with people who were not enrolling, we're not enrolling as much as they'd like. And to see them in the chat, I got a new LC, got a new DT. And, just to see the level of confidence that they were getting, because it's like, okay, I may not have the following. My friends and family may not be the ones to immediately support me, which your friends and family will not be the ones to make you a millionaire. But they were able to open up their market and open up their business outside of just their smaller following, or outside of just those who followed and connected with them on social media. And just the power of the host to post, it grows like wildfire when it comes to someone else seeing a post that somebody else shared for you and you reach out to them, and then you can always turn it to the people who posted for you. You are doing exactly what I do. Have you ever thought about doing this as a way to make extra income? Like you were absolutely able to make extra income from posting on social media. And then, and so whenever we say that and people are like, okay, well, how does that work? The host to post method, you post on social media and then you're able to reward others by doing giveaways or different things as a way to support you. And so although someone may not want to may not be able to support you financially, that's okay. And I'll say, you don't have to buy anything, but will you support me in this business just by putting up a simple post, and I will take it from there. And so whenever a new distributor comes on board or a new team member comes on board, I explain to them, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to watch every video and do all of this to become so overwhelmed. A lot of that stuff new team members can become overwhelmed with. But if you give them a simple step to say, just start here and let's get you a win. And so we started implementing that. Let's help them get their first win, so that whenever all of this other information and videos that they're watching, they're able to understand it because they have already walked through the process. So it's kind of like whenever you start a job, they want you to watch someone to do some more hands-on training. And that kind of works better than just giving you a manual and reading over everything. And so I kind of just switched it a little bit to say, well, let's get them right in the game, get in a win, and then everything else starts to make sense. And so when we had that 30-day Ruby and then another Ruby. Janice Milburn, who started maybe like a month and a half before, she came in and went Ruby, and it just really snowballed, and all of our new distributors were coming in on fire, getting customers, and they started to dream and believe like, okay, I can do this. I'm going Ruby. What do I need to go Diamond? And then I honestly say what has really happened is we are truly a family. Like, we work together, we cheer each other on, we celebrate each other. What's big for me is like a team chat where we can all jump in, drop in our wins, and we celebrate each other. People love to be celebrated, you know, because it pushes them to be like, okay, I can do this. Like, I have people backing me and support me. So I can want to give it up to the Purpose Pusher Tribe for really being the biggest support systems and cheerleaders for one another, because it pushes the one who may be nervous to say, I don't know if I can do this. And then somebody else is dropping in the chat, girl, you can do this. I felt the same way, but this is what's happened for me. And it builds that belief. And so, and even if you're in the chat and you see someone else, you see enrollment after enrollment popping off, it gets me excited, because it's like, okay, Jennifer, your team is running. You better not go to bed without getting an enrollment in. So it also holds everyone accountable to be like, okay, they winning in here. Let me go get something on the board. And so I absolutely love the fact how we really band together to say, what is our team goal and what is my role in it? And I'm going to make it happen.
You know, I recall us talking about that, Jennifer, about having a team chat. And I said, yeah, go ahead and have it, you know, because that's just not one of the things that I personally have. People ask me, you know, do we have a group chat? I think we do. My wife says we do have one, but I'm not active in it. But there's several different groups that each leader here has. I know Mrs. Nina Mora has her own group page or whatever it is, and they've got their camaraderie. I know Tracy and Kay Fisher, they've got their system of what they do in terms of recognition. I know over in the UK, they messed around and added me to their WhatsApp chat, and I have to turn my phone off at night, okay? Otherwise, it'll be vibrating all night long. And so, you know, the point, ladies and gentlemen, is you've got to figure out in terms of as you're scaling, as you're growing, and I love what you said, Jennifer, getting those small wins, getting that win now, and growing from that standpoint and becoming a part of the community. What that word community, it means common unity. Write it down, community, common unity. What's our common unity? What's our team goal? You know, for our organization, you'll rarely hear me, and people ask us all the time, when you guys going to ambassador? And we always respond, our vision is Project 100 million. Our organization is going to be doing $100 million a year in revenues in this company. It works global. That's our vision. So I always talk about that. So whatever it is for you, some of you, man, I want to get to a triple diamond. I want to get to double diamond. Our team is going to become a diamond organization this month. Whatever that is, you've got to speak it. You've got to have it written out. And here's the most important part. You've got to have people buy into the vision. And I like what you said, Jennifer, in terms of what's my role, what's my part. If our team is going to become a diamond team this month, well, what do I need to be doing? I need to be a star achiever. Okay, let me go do my part. Oh, I need to become a Ruby. Okay, let me go do that. I need to, whatever your part is in the grand team goal, that's when you get the buy-in as leaders. So anything else you want to share real quick? I know we've talked a little bit, Jennifer, about host to post. I know you talked about the team synergy in terms of common unity or community. Anything else you want to talk about in terms of just the mindset of the alignment and what's taking place with your team at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, host to post, like I said, has really built belief, and we put everything out there, like start here. If you're starting with the hair vitamins, the TFX, the cleanse, and the wraps, I think are our top 4 that we go off of. And we say, stick with it. And so we say, okay, our team goal, of course, as corporate has also said, is 10 a day. We really push each other, say, don't go to sleep. You cannot go to bed unless you've gotten 10 people to do it for you. And so that's just another accountability that we do, and we mix it up to say, okay, of course you're working for volume and customers, but split that up to do a couple for a business opportunity. And so there's really no excuse, because if it's already laid out for you, then everything from, okay, what do I say then to what do I say then? We have it all there. And so people come in to be like, okay, I really can do this. Because a lot of times when someone is introduced to this business opportunity, they're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know a lot of people. I don't know. you know, and we say, get out of that stinking thinking, because if you already say that you can't, then you won't. Okay. And so you can grab my belief for you, because I was a skeptic in the beginning, but I know you can do this. And so here it is laid out, and I walk you through it, and I hold your hand only because I provide you with the tools. We have a simple system. Here's everything, and people see their wins. Of course, we check in. If somebody gets silent, you know, for a little bit, all right, where you been? And I remind you of your why. You remember why you told me you needed to do this, you know, and sometimes you have to remind people why they started it. And, you know, a lot of times people start with the surface why, and so do the 7 layers deep. I like that exercise where you ask them, excuse me, what is their why? And then when they say that, you say, okay, well, why do you want to do that? And then they write that out, and they say, okay, why do you want to do that? And then you do that 7 times until you get to the deep root of why you want and need this business to work. And then so whenever you have that, it's like, well, I can't quit on that why. You know, they say your why is big when you know it makes you cry. And so like, I can't quit on, I'm not gonna say my why, because I'll start crying. So it's like, I can't quit. This business has to work because I know why I'm doing it. And so when someone gets silent, I'm like, okay, remember why you told me you needed to do this, you know? And so I know you can do it. It's laid out here. Don't say you can't, or don't say you're already ready to give up unless you have tried it and actually, you know, put forth effort to it, because I believe your why is worth it. And so that's definitely also been huge, where it's woken up a lot of people to be like, you know what? And even with the whole winning and celebrations, more and more people wanted to come on board. And so definitely celebrating one another is also huge, because it wakes up other people, and people want to be a part of something that's moving and what's happening. And so people who have no idea what we're in, they're like, okay, I saw a bunch of stuff, you know, all on y'all's social media. I don't know what you're doing, but can I be a part of that? And, you know, so being able to introduce and welcome new business partners on, because they want to be a part of the family, be a part of the community, be a part of the celebration. You know, sometimes most people join, yes, for the money, but sometimes people just want to be a part of a tribe or a family or a movement. And so that has definitely helped us with a lot of the wins and really building and growing our team. And so, yeah, we are excited about pushing for triple. It's gonna happen. We are working, and we're holding everybody accountable to do their part, and they know what role they play. And even if they know what role they play, they're like, okay, Jennifer, I know I only need to be this, but this is what I'm shooting for. And so it's like, all right, well then I'm holding you accountable for that goal.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Ms. Nivens, for being on and sharing so candidly and being transparent with it and growing with this team, growing with this organization. I know we've had many private conversations about this very thing, this very moment of leadership and stepping into who God has called you to be and really impacting the lives that He's assigned to you. So I am expresso excited. I am justifiably joyed with what's taking place in your business and the businesses of every single person that's a part of this team and a part of this company. But I want to shift gears now. I want to talk about the success triangle. Grab your paper, grab your pen. Let's go to work here. And I want to bring on some of these leaders. Diamonds and above, I want you to get ready. Diamonds and above, I'm going to be bringing you on. Diamonds and above, I want you to get ready. Get your hair right. Get your, nail, all that. Quarantine cathedral. Get ready. I'm going to be bringing you on our diamonds, double diamonds, triples. Of course, our presidentials will be sharing as well. But I want to talk about this. Why? I want to talk about this because here it is. We're in May the 4th. And a lot of times what many of us, we do, especially when you're brand new and even when you hit the wall, what most people think the solution is the how or the what. How do I do it and what do I do? And ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you, after 16 years of being involved in this profession, I can tell you the how doesn't matter if the why is not right. I want you to write this down. The why or the what is the hard work. The what, the how, that's the hard work. The why is the heart work. The hard work has to be accompanied with the heart work. And tonight, this is going to be one of the most important conversations we're having as leaders. Many of you are eavesdropping in. I know we're sharing this all over the world through our global social media platforms. But I want you to take a hold of this information, because what information does, it goes in and it forms an action. It's called information. It goes in and it forms an action. And tonight, you've heard some information that if you are prepared, to receive it. It's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to receive it. John C. Maxwell says, in order to change, what has to take place is first you must be made aware. Awareness, you've got to be made aware of what's happening. You know, my wife put up a post that we learned years ago. She says, only a fool gets the right directions and still chooses to go the wrong way. Write that down, please. Only a fool gets the right directions and still chooses to go in the wrong way. I'm telling you, through these leaders, whether you're working with Tracy and Kay Fisher or Jennifer Nivens, or maybe you're working with Nina and Paul Moore, maybe you're working with Coach Vivian and Juarez Ryder Harmony, maybe you're working with the Fergusons. I'm telling you, you're getting the right information. Maybe you're working with Pastor Rashid Coleman. Maybe you're working with Stephanie Allen. You're getting the right information. I can guarantee you that. Maybe you're connected to Rhonda, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're connected over there with BIFYLN Ford. You're getting the right information. My question for you is not, are you doing the how, or are you doing the what? Whether that what for you is online marketing, whether it's posting daily, whether it is host to post, whether you're doing Zoom meetings, whether you're doing three-way calls, whether you're texting people, whether you're sharing in your stories. See, that's the hard work. What we would classify as the hard work is the consistency. If you're consistent, you'll get it, but if you're persistent, you'll keep it. I want to talk for the next 20 minutes about the heart work, because it is out of the abundance of the heart that your mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart. So we've got to define what the heart is. Please write this down. Your heart has nothing to do with what's beating in between your chest cavities. That's not the heart I'm referring to. The heart I'm referring to is what psychologists would define as your subconscious mind. Your sub means below, like a submarine. A submarine is never seen because it travels below water. So your heart, your subconscious mind is not what we see. It's not the exterior. It's what's inside. It's the interior. It's what's deep down below that you hold as truth. It's where, listen to me, it's where your limiting beliefs live. It's where your deepest doubts about yourself, that's the home in which they reside in. It's where you have, in your subconscious mind, is where you have conversations with yourself that either qualify you or disqualify you for the success that you consciously say that you want. I want to talk about the heart work. I want you to draw a triangle. Please draw a triangle. If you're taking notes tonight, please draw a triangle. I learned this in 2006. I drove all the way over to Dallas, Texas at a seminar that I paid over $300 to attend per hour. And I learned this information. It's a triangle. Success triangle is really what I call the foundation and the formula for you to be successful in May. Okay? It is the formula. Now, once you draw that triangle, at the base of the triangle, the bottom, I want you to write 5%. Please, would you do that? Please write 5%. I'm gonna put us in a gallery view so I can see you taking notes. If you're not on camera, please come on camera. Please draw the triangle. At the base of the triangle, at the bottom, write 5%. On the left side of the triangle, please write 70%. 70%. On the right side of the triangle, please write 25%. See, when we come into this business, one of the things we get enthralled with and drawn to is figuring out the 5%, the how to, right? Technical knowledge down there in the 5%. Technical knowledge, the how to. One of the questions that people ask, how do I get more influential people to join my team? By show of hands, please be honest. How many of us have asked that question? How do I get successful, influential people to join my, that's all of us. How do I do it? How, where are they? I'm looking for them in the daylight with a flashlight. How do I find Where are all the good, come on, where are all the good people? Because I keep running into some, I keep running into some people that they sign up and then they join the witness protection program. They sign up, we set up a meeting and they don't show up for it. They sign up and they never sell out. Well, how do I find them? How do I get people to get on a conference call? How do I get people to get on a plane and fly to a conference? How do I get people to invite people to a Zoom meeting? How do I get them to an in-home? How do I do host to post? How? And here's the reality, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. The how is only 5% of the success triangle equation. I call it intelligence on ice. Yeah, intelligence on ice. Am I against you learning the how? Am I against you becoming a master at how to do? Absolutely not. I encourage it. I endorse it. You should develop the skill set. You should develop the liquidity of thought and the nimbleness of mind. You should develop your articulation skills. But all of that means absolutely nothing without the other two equations. It's only 5%. That's why you hear the term, please write this down, intelligence on ice or ignorant on fire. And when I say ignorant, I'm not insulting. Ignorant means I just don't know. I don't know. Listen, I don't know the how. I'm ignorant when it comes to fixing any part of my Maserati or my wife's Porsche. I don't know how. But listen to me. We still drive. You can still drive to success, listen, without knowing the how. The 25% represents, listen to me, external communication. External communication. Ask Pastor Coleman how groomed and how well he's had to master the art and the skill of being able to move people without touching them. As a senior pastor, I can guarantee you, you've got to have a velvet hammer approach to ministry. Am I right, Pastor Coleman? Yes, he says. External communication is 25% of the success you'll have in our business. How you deal and communicate with people, the conversations. You know, they say conversation rules the nation. Do you understand that we either go to war or disarm from war based on the conversation presidents have with one another? It's called, listen, diplomacy. Diplomacy. We look for diplomats. Do you know why diplomats earn so much money? Because they have mastered the art of external communication, how they present, how they prospect, how they deal with conflict. Write this down, leaders. I want you to hear me. Colin Powell said, when people no longer bring you their problems, you cease being their leader. Write it down, please. When people stop bringing you their problems, you have ceased being their leader. If they don't bring you any, because listen to me, the purpose of leadership is to help solve a person's problem. People don't call you if they know you're not a solutionist. You can't solve my issue. You can't solve my problem. You don't go to a mechanic when you've got a toothache. Anything wrong with a mechanic? Absolutely not. He is just not equipped to solve the problem you have. So 25% of your success will have to do with how you deal with people, how you motivate people, how you inspire people, how you cajole, how you encourage. Watch this. I know this is a word that some of us, you're not going to be successful in this business if you don't really care. Do you care about people? We've all heard the adage, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. How do I know you care? I know you care because you call. I know you care because we communicate. I'm talking right now, I'm talking about the 25% of the success triangle having to do with external communication. How you talk to other people. Are you always, you see, volume, write this down, please. Volume is low. Volume is low when communication is low. Volume is high when communication is high. I cannot get to the next level of growth until I deal with what's going on where I am now. I cannot grow. And growth, we all know, is painful. You ever heard the term growing pains? I know for a fact when we're growing the most, when we have pain. When there's pain. Pain, write this down, please. Mike Murdoch said it. He said, pain is the proof that something is out of order. Pain is the proof that something is out of order. And some of us, if we're honest, and you know when something is out of order. You ever gone to a vending machine? How many of you have ever gone to a vending machine? You've gone by, anybody ever gone by a vending machine before? Come on, participate with me. We're talking, this is us, forget the rest of the world that's watching. This is me and you talking. You ever gone to a vending machine and seen that the vending machine has a sign on it that says out of order? Anybody ever seen that by show of hands? You ever gone by and it says out of order? Now watch this. You never go to a vending machine that has a sign on it that says out of order and put your money in it, do you? Why? Why? Why don't you put your hard-earned money, whether it's 50 cents, $1, $1.25, if you're at the airport, $1.75, you never go to a vending machine, regardless of what you see on the surface of it, regardless of the desire you have for what's inside of it, you never put your money into something that's out of order. So why do you expect your sponsor? Why do you expect your mentor? Why do you expect your coach? Why do you expect, hear me, why do you expect your leader to put their resources into you if you're out of order? I cannot put myself, my money, my time, my energy into something or into someone that's out of order. Why? Because I already know I'm going to lose. And leaders, listen to me. I know we love people. Leaders, come on, listen. I know you care about them. I know you cry about them. I know you cry about their businesses. But hear me, this is external communication. They're out of order. If you're out of order, I cannot invest my resources. The greatest networker in the world came 2,000 years ago. And when he saw that a person was out of order, he wouldn't invest time. He said, a prophet is without honor in his own town. That's external communication. How I'm dealing with people. And I'm telling you, people, oh my God, people, you can't escape in business, in pursuing vision and pursuing a calling, doing something significant. You can't avoid, you can't run away from people. The final part of this triangle is, write it down, internal communication. 70%. 70% of the success triangle has to do with internal communication. How I talk to me. The way you live your life is based on the story you tell yourself about yourself. Internal communication. Why would they join me? Man, why would they follow me? That man, this thing ain't working. Man, how am I get there? That's internal communication. Man, my business is going way backwards. Man, I just don't know. See, what happens is this here, I'm telling you, you don't grow the business. You grow your belief. Words, images, pictures, environments grow your belief. I can tell you right now, and Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, after conference 2020, January, her belief grew, right or wrong? Belief. Soon as her belief grew, her business exploded. Well, Jarrod, you know, I done been to conferences. I've been to this. I got all my calls. I've got none of that. You've got to get your belief impacted. Whenever I see a person that's got the skill set, they've got the technical knowledge, the 5%, they've got the 25%, they're great in external communication. When I don't see results, I don't see growth, I don't see progression, I can always lean in and say, uh-oh, heart work. Let's check your heart. Let's check your internal communication. What books are you reading? What books are you rereading? What was the last book you studied? What are you listening to on a daily basis? You know our national anthem here. It's gonna be big. It's permeating in me. Why? Because as ye speak your word, so shall it be. What if that's true? As I speak my word, so shall it be done unto me. As I speak my word, not as my sponsor speaks the word, not as my upline, not as Mark Pentecost speaks his word, not as Cammie Ben. No. They can speak all they want. But as I speak my word, so shall it be done. Internal communication. We can sit up here for the next 300 years and we could talk about, hey, here are the details. Here's the binder. Here's the didactical references of how to invite a person to a presentation. Here's all of the policies and procedures on how to post and how to tag and what to say and how to follow up. And here's our group chat and here's our community that we are going to motivate, encourage, and inspire you. Here, come join us. Come lock arms with us. We're here. We're going to give you all the how-to. We can speak to you in a soliloquy of virgin words that make sense and make you feel good. But I promise you, until you speak your words, it won't be done unto you. You heard Jennifer Nivens talk about this earlier. Borrow my belief. Borrow the belief of the leaders you're connected to. Borrow their belief until your belief catches up. See, belief is like it's like a fragrance. I'm talking about internal communication here. It's like a fragrance. Y'all participate with me. You ever hug somebody that has droused? They droused them. Yeah, they droused themselves with perfume or cologne. You can smell their aroma when they come into a room. How many of you know some people like that? Come on. They got on that Bond. Yeah. Polo Sport, Calvin Klein. That's funny. But they got on all that cologne or perfume or whatever it is, and you can smell them when they come in the room. You can smell that aroma. And don't mess around and give them an embrace or a hug. Do you know they can leave the room and still be on you? How many know what I'm talking about? That's how belief works. See, belief works this way. I can embrace you, and when I leave you, I'm still on you. That's what we mean by borrowing our belief. You've got to embrace us. We're talking about, Jennifer talked about this earlier. And me and Nina, we talk about this all the time. Me and Tracy, I used to bump heads with Tracy all the time. Tracy, I need to talk to you more. I need to embrace you more. I need me on you. Need my aroma. We got to get it. Why? Because you've got to borrow them. You ever heard this terminology? Iron sharpens what? Iron. If you're not being sharpened, it may be because you're getting dulled out. You're getting dull. Your belief is getting dull. Your internal communication is getting dull because, listen to me, belief has an expiration date. Did you hear me? Belief has an expiration date. Jarrod, what do you mean? Okay. How many of you ever had milk? I know y'all lactose intolerant. Anybody ever had milk and you forgot it was in the fridge and it expired? Anybody had expired milk? And watch this. You open it. And you know it's expired because you forgot it. But one of the things we do is we open it, and what we do? We smell it. Just to make sure, don't we? And as soon as we smell it, what you gonna do? Throw it out. It's expired. That's how your belief is. That's how belief is. If you take your belief and you put it on the shelf and it's never used, it's never poured, and it just stays there and it stays stale, after a while it will expire. And do you know how we'll know when it's expired? When we try to open it up and we smell that stinking thinking, that internal stench, where you're talking about this, talking about that, and have no answers or no solutions for your dreams and your goals. We ask you, hey, what was your volume last month? Oh, I don't know what ooh, your belief is expired. Hey, when's your next Zoom meeting that you're doing? I don't have it scheduled. Ooh, your belief may be expired. Who's your next? When's the last time you enrolled a loyal customer? When did you put up a post today that showed you with your skinny brew cup of coffee and tagging it and put? Did you put? No, I didn't put up. Your belief may be getting expired. Hey, did you comment in the group chat? I mean, were you on the call? Were you on the mastermind session? No, I ain't make it. What you were doing? Were you at the hospital? Did you get hit by a bus? No, I was watching TV. Your belief may be expired. When was the last time you talked to your sponsor? When the last time you talked to your mentor? Oh man, I ain't talk. It's not I haven't. I ain't talked to him about it, man. Man, it's been a minute. Woo, that belief is expiring. We see your belief has to be poured out, has to be used, it has to be served. That's how your belief grows. It grows. That's why we talk about developing and deploying leaders. We're developing your belief so you can pour out to somebody else. I promise you, you cannot get to diamond without promoting at least a ruby and an emerald on your team. Diamonds, am I telling the truth? Matter of fact, you can't even get to ruby until you promote some star achievers on your team. You can't get to double diamond without a diamond and an emerald. And guess what? Here's the lesson of leadership. I told you earlier, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Watch this, leaders. I'm about to shock you. You've got to go get the milk and check it before it's expired. You've got to consciously make the decision to go get that milk, open it up, look at the date, shake it up, pour it out a little bit, put it back. Sent the leader text the other day. Hadn't seen her, hadn't heard from her. How you doing? Just thought about you. Hope all is well. Nothing major. I didn't fly across country to go visit her. Didn't hang the moon. This is not me beating her. I'm just sharing with you how to check the internal communication component. Man, thank you for caring. Thank you for checking in on me. Thank you for caring. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you added value to people who are adding volume? When was the last time you added value to people that are contributing towards your volume? Is every conversation about volume? When we talk, is it always? Now, obviously we're in business. There are going to be components, Tracy will tell you, Perry Beasley will tell you, Nina Moore will tell you. We'll talk business. We'll talk about structure. We'll talk about what we can do to inspire. With all that, we'll talk, me and Rashid will talk all the time. We have those conversations. But I can tell you this, they'll tell you, oh, sometimes we talking about something that ain't got nothing to do. I make it a point with leaders sometimes, I want to talk to you about non-business activity. I want to sing a song and don't know the words, Nina. Give me the words on it. Please forget what's the words, and I'll sing it. I want to talk to Pastor Rashid. Hey, man, how's the church? How's ministry? What you think about this? And how do you process that? How's technology contribute? What do you think about it? What I want to talk value. Hey Pam, hey, Sunyata, let's talk about Muay Thai kickboxing. Something different from kickboxing and Muay Thai. You know, kickboxing is Billy Blanks. Muay Thai is real fight. Let's talk about something else other than just business. They'll tell you all the time. Me and Tracy, we'll go back and forth. We'll talk about LeBron, whatever it is. Me and Beasley, we'll sit up there, and Beasley won't let me off the phone. Conversation finished 10 minutes ago. We're on the phone another hour talking about something valuable. Do you care about their volume? Or are you building their value? You know, tonight I told you it's going to be a little bit different. Sometimes these mastermind sessions, a lot of times they're going to be working masterminds. But tonight I felt very compelled to come and share about this philosophy. Because I don't want you to hit a rank. I want you to develop an organization that promotes and sustains and holds that rank. This is not about pin chasing. No. And I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes a person is bigger than the rank. So these philosophies that we talk about, this information that we cover, these leaders share, I promise you, if you stick with us, we talk about in our system 18 months. I'm not talking about hanging around 18 months. I'm talking about working and developing and growing over the next 18 months. You will be a better husband. You'll become a better wife. You should become a better sister, a better brother, a better spouse, a better parent. Because our goal is to build you incorporated. If you build the people will go build the business. If you build the people will go and grow the business. There's no shortage of volume. I promise you, there's no shortage of volume. There's enough volume for everybody on this conference call to become double ambassador together. There's enough volume out there. There's enough volume. There's enough loyal customers that have not enrolled yet for everybody on here that decides to become a double ambassador. There's enough. There's an abundance. That's why you always hear me say, let's grow. I don't talk about let's go because most people are going, but they're going in the wrong direction. They're going nowhere really fast. I say, let's grow. Why? Because when you grow, you'll get to where you're designed and destined to be. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let me open up the lines. I want to bring on our presidential diamond first, Mrs. Nina Moore. Then I will swing it over to some of our triples and our double diamonds and diamonds to share. But, you know, I want to swing it over to our partner here, top 150 earner, presidential diamond, multiple six-figure earner inside of It Works Global, birthday girl herself. I'm gonna turn it over to you over in Philadelphia, all the way in Philadelphia, PA. Mrs. Nina Moore, go ahead and take it away.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground. It's
where I spend most of my days. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wilkins. I'm sorry, I am trying to take notes, run a host of posts, put the kids to bed, like all at the same time. Look, I mean, I'm real organized nowadays and everything, right? Trying to, you know what? But honestly, I really do want to thank you. Mindset is everything. It's everything. And honestly, moving and going into this new month, we got to have our minds right, especially when we're trying to advance and rank, get more customers, lead a team, lead ourselves. And the first person that we have to lead is ourselves. And so I'm glad that we had a moment to take a mind, like a check. And this is an internal check. This was really for us. And, you know, I talked to you the other day. I told you what my goal was. And it's a big one. It's a biggie. It's a big one. And I told you what my goal was because I said I would never ask my team to do something that I was not willing to do myself. I told you what everybody else's goals were, you know, within the organ. Well, the people that told me what their goals were, I told you what those goals were. And we're excited. You know, I've never seen, Mr. Wilkins, anything like what we're seeing and experiencing in any network marketing company we've been a part of. When you see trauma and crises all around you, but a company that's growing over 100,000 new customers by the 19th of last month speaks volumes for what we've got on our hands. I believe that corporate is brilliant in the way that they are putting out those promotions. We can't even ask for anything else. I believe that corporate is doing their part, and now really it's just up to us. This new method of building, and although we're still doing our launches and still doing those things, we're not throwing them to the wayside, but we are incorporating new ideals and new methods, right? And it is funny because, Jarrod, when we first got here and after we started kind of seeing the culture and the tempo and the temperature and how things were very different than what we were accustomed to, I remember saying to you, this is not really about learning, it's about unlearning, right? And being open to do things, obviously, that are working. I mean, we can't even, no matter how we might have felt about this whole social movement, guess what? We didn't even realize we would be being prepared for such a time as this. And so I am grateful that we're all opening up the month and hoping that we're all opening it up in one accord, right? That we're getting our minds right. And that if you haven't reached out to your mentor or your whoever, even if you don't want to call them your mentor, right? It's okay. Have you reached out to them to let them know what are your goals? Like, what are you aspiring for? If you know that your mentor has said, hey, this is what our team is charted for, or this is what we're gunning for this month, what part are you going to play in that? They need to know. They need to know where you are. Give them a sign. Like, let them know, and guess what? Even if you have not, or your business has not done what you have desired it to, then let's do an internal check. What have we not done to make sure that our business is on target and on track, and be open to these new ideals and these new ways? The corporate is doing a wonderful job of providing the training. Here's the deal. You got to do it. It's kind of like, Jarrod, knowing that a pool is kind of cold, and you stick your toe in and you keep sticking your toe in, and you kind of like say, you know what, I'm gonna just put my toe in, I'm gonna just put my ankle in. But let me just kind of go to no, you gotta jump in. And what happens, guess what? When we jump in that pool that's cold, Vali, guess what happens? Automatically, immediately, what happens? Wanda, our bodies regulate immediately. All of a sudden we'll say, Jarrod, oh, it's not that cold now that I've jumped in. So I'm gonna just tell you, I fought this whole social host to post. Like I told you, Jarrod, you can vouch for me. I said, I ain't doing a host post. I ain't doing it. That thing gave me a headache. I said it out of my mouth. And then Cammie Pentecost had a conversation with me. And I said, I'm gonna tell you, can I be all the way 100 transparent? I don't know, Jarrod, I don't know how to not be, I'm gonna just say it, right? Mm-hmm. I said, what I need host to post for? I put in 34 customers and I ain't do a host to post. And Cammie said, what if 34 could have been 100? Ooh. Why would you limit yourself, Nina? If you can do 34 with no host to post, why would you limit when God is obviously trying to now triple, quadruple your business? Mm-hmm. So ladies and gentlemen, the pool is cold. Jump in, right? Follow these directions, follow the system, because systems beat talent every single time. Thank you for the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate you. But it's so true, whether you're doing host to post, whatever you're doing, this is not a mandate for you to do one thing or not do another. I heard one of my mentors, Mike Murdoch, said success is not about what you are doing or not doing. It's about what you should stop doing. And sometimes what's keeping us from success is what you ought to stop doing. So appreciate you for being on. Let me go out there to some of our triples that are on the line here. I know I had Pastor Rashid on the line early. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if Tracy Fisher's still on here as well. But if you guys are still on here, Tracy Fisher, as well as Rashid Coleman. I see Tracy Fisher on here. I'm gonna bring you on. as well. And I do see Rashid as well. I'm gonna go over to Tracy Fisher first, and I'll go to Mr. Rashid Coleman, triple diamond, six-figure earner. I'll bring you on, and then we'll go over to double diamonds for closing remarks as well.
Hey, Mr. Wilkins, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, we can. Go ahead.
Man, wonderful. Wonderful training, as usual. Guys, you have to be committed, man. I'm so committed to our vision, so committed to build it for your last name. What an incredible, very impactful, very much needed training. Mr. Wilkins, everything is about our belief system. And I think that is so important. In order for me to hit my goal of Presidential Diamond, then I have to make sure that my belief level is way up. And so I appreciate what you did tonight, because I understand that 5% of what we're doing is going to be the skill work. And everything is going towards the host of posts, using social media because of the pandemic, because of everything that we're in. Our traditional way of getting into the living rooms and really the belly to belly, we have to learn things that's a little bit different. And so sometimes that 5% may need to be 10% at this particular time. And you got to understand, it's because of what's happening with our economy. And so there are late nights. You can always tell, Mr. Wilkins, when people are in the hunt, because they're going to be late nights of you studying. They're going to be late nights of you reading. They're going to be late nights of you watching videos on what the company has put out, things that's going to help you take your vision, take your business to the next level. And so sometimes that 5% skill may have to be 10%, where you're learning a new skill because you're not able to do the traditional ways of business that we're accustomed to. And so the other part you said, Mr. Wilkins, was the external communication. I think that is so very, very important. The one thing about Tracy Fisher, guys, is I don't need motivation for me personally. I'm very internally motivated. I love to speak to my coach, and I also love to speak to my business partners. I'm on the phone every day, every other day with Miss Stephanie Allen, Mr. Perry Beasley, Attorney Conrad Brown. We're always connected and on the phone. So the external communication is important. I understand what they're, and we feed off each other with that external communication, which I think is very important. And the other part you talked about is the 70%, the internal. It's the thoughts that we're thinking to ourselves. What is it that we're saying, or what is our internal belief in ourselves? Do I really believe that I'm a Ruby? Do I really believe that I will be at the next level of Ruby or Emerald or Diamond? Do I really believe that? And I can tell you with certainty, sir, that I feel like a Presidential Diamond. I feel that. And that's the only thing. I'm just waiting on the back office to show up. That's it. I'm waiting on my back office to show up to what I believe and what I'm feeling. And I know for a fact that I'm a Presidential Diamond in this company. I know for a fact that I'm a top 150 earner in the company. How am I going to do that, Mr. Wilkins? Is because I'm going to serve my way to Presidential Diamond. I'm going to continue to serve my way by helping and developing the leaders that we have a part of this team, by making sure that our team members understand the vision. I had a chance to have a great conversation with our business partner, Miss Cherie, and I know she's on the broadcast tonight. And she was asking me about the brand of Build It For Your Last Name, really what that meant. And ladies and gentlemen, when you don't understand the brand, when you don't understand the Build It For Your Last Name, the vision behind that, let me challenge you to go to our systemsthatpays.com website. Go to the systemsthatpays.com and really get the vision of where our team is, what our team is all about. Get the vision down for what it's all about so you can better communicate the vision. See, we understand it works as the vehicle. That's the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, but we also got to understand Build It For Your Last Name is very important. It's very important to me because when I leave this earth, Mr. Wilkins, when I transition, I want my last name to mean something. And so that's the vision behind what you guys are a part of. And we thank God for our vehicle, but never forget the vision, guys, of what we're all about. So just make sure for all of our brand new partners, internalize the vision of where we're going with Build It For Your Last Name, the systemsthatpays.com. Back over to you, partner. Man, I'm excited, fired up, and totally committed to the vision and to our purpose. Go back to you, partner.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, and you're so right. You know, it's what keeps me going. It's what gets me out of the bed. It's exactly what Jennifer Nivens was talking about, that reason why we do what we do. And I encourage each and every one of you to embrace vision, embrace the philosophies of not just what we're doing, but also what we're living. I want to bring on, swing over to Mr. Coleman. Pastor, I've unmuted you. The call's all yours. Go ahead and take it away.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Excellent, excellent. I want to give it right back to you, Mr. Wilkins. Appreciate you for contributing the value to those that are inputting the volume. That was a light bulb for me, brother. I just want to encourage everybody. Sometimes we have to get quiet enough and still enough and honest enough with ourselves to really come to grips with where we are in truth, right? And there are some of us that we didn't know we had a price until we sold out on our dreams. And I'm going to tell you something. There are times in our lives when we're trying to go all in. We're trying to buy into vision. And we've tapped out on ourselves for whatever reason. And it's that self-talk, you know, that Mr. Wilkins was talking about. And we just have to understand, when you get to the truth, don't criticize yourself for what you find. Like, the truth never shows up to make us feel badly or to give us a cause to put ourselves down. The truth shows up to make us free.
That's right.
You know, and for any one of us, if you've experienced a hiccup, if you've experienced a rollback, if you've experienced clawbacks, if you've experienced people that you loved and you poured into and they betrayed you in some way, or they abandoned you, and you know it was all rah-rah sis boom bah when everybody launched together, you got to dig deep enough to get to, they are living their ethos, and now you and I, we have to live ours. And so if the vision is to build something for your last name, if you really believe in legacy, if, like Ms. Nivens pointed out earlier, if you've really become a part of a community, if you've bought into a culture and you're building it together, then you know you got to dig deep and live that ethos in spite of what others are doing or not doing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something, that's where the rubber meets the road, when we get in tune with who we really are, with why we're really here. Because it's obvious nothing at all is wrong with the vehicle. We know the game is already set up to win because people are winning. You know what I'm saying? And so when we really ask ourselves, you know, who am I? You know, why am I settling? All right, I'm gonna say this and then I promise I'm gonna shut up. It's getting late. But you know, some of us sometimes, and these are things I've been working through in my own thinking, you know, in so many different regards. As a leader of leaders, as a leader of people, you know, people I'm serving in ministry, in the other contexts of business. You know, when a pandemic happens and challenges all the great strategies and plans that you put in place, there's something when Mrs. Moore was sharing, it's something that just clicked in my own mind and reminded me of something. So sometimes we got to get in touch with our true capacity, but we have to make sure that we don't do that by comparison or contrast to others' capacity. Now let me tell you why. Because sometimes if we're gauging our own capacity by comparison to or in contrast to others' capacity, we could make the mistake of settling for being better than people that just aren't doing anything.
Right.
And just think about that. If they're doing nothing and we think that we are like at this elite level, and we've settled, like, I'm good because I'm doing better than them, but they putting up donuts. We got to ask ourselves, is that really who I am? Is that really my true capacity? If I put up 25, can I put up 50? If I put up 50, can I put up 100? And when we dig deep and figure that out, then no matter who's doing what, no matter how things are going, we're going to show up because we know what we're here to do. We know what we can do. And if we can do it, we have a responsibility to, because we got to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and we got to be able to live with ourselves. So I just want to encourage everybody, you know, There are seasons in everything, and you could have just come through a winter season in your life, in your business.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you this, no matter how cold that winter has been, no matter how desolate your fields may have looked to you, after winter comes spring.
That's right.
And it happens all the time. You can take that to the bank. It will change if you stay the course. All right. So God bless. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Mr. Wilkins.
Doc, you preaching to me tonight, sir. Thank you for all of you that stayed on for what I call quarantine cathedral tonight. Pastor just preached on the season. So appreciate you. You're so right. It does come no matter how cold the winter is. And what I do is I take notes on who brought me a jacket, who brought me a coat, and who waved past me when I was shivering. Because, when it's springtime, I'm going to spring forth. Anyway, let me not overcook y'all's grits. Let me go out to Jennifer Nivens, double diamond, brand new double diamond, before we go over to Perry Beasley. Any closing remarks, Mrs. Nivens, you want to share? Because she is definitely in the spring season right now.
All right, over here snacking on sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds, get y'all some. That's going to get y'all the presidential. That's been my quarantine late night snack. But yes, I'm excited. Like, we have the team, this entire organization, we have it to absolutely crush it and to go top 10. So it's like, let's all be all in and let's get it. We know the strategies that's going to make that happen. We have the people to make it happen. We have the tools. We have amazing leaders and all of their training, motivation, and insight and experience. And so I'm just excited. So let's cheer each other on. Take it and do the non-negotiables. Don't go to bed until I've done this. What is this for y'all for everybody to make that that goal happen and that plan happen, and let your people know, what do I need to do for this next level to happen? So whatever your leader is and what their goal is, ask them, what do I need to do? And all right, you have my buy-in. I'm gonna do my part so that we know who we're running with, because we want to run with the runners and those who are plugged in, and not those who are half in, half out, or maybe I work. We run with the runners. And it's bonus season, and there's no BIFYLN TV. So turn off the TV and let's work.
I love it. Couldn't have said it any better than what you just said, Jennifer. It's no BIFYLN TV. Television is just that. It tells your vision. So let's not just get weary and well-doing. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep rolling. Let me bring on Perry Beasley. Any closing remarks? I thought I saw him. There he is. Mr. Perry Beasley, double diamond in the house. I'll turn it over to you. Any closing comments here?
All
yes,
right.
we can hear you.
Me, Mr. Wilkins?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for this very impactful, powerful training that you guys have displayed this evening. I want to thank you and your lovely wife, Portia Wilkins, for making all this possible, saying yes, etc. And I want to thank Jennifer for also sharing this evening, because, this has been very, very beneficial to me. We've been running and going for about 5 years now, okay? But I am so excited about these certain times right now and what we're going through and what we're about to do, more so than any other time that I've been dwelling with Build It For Your Last Name. Because what I hear tonight, I hear links of success, subject matters of success that you guys have conveyed or bestowed upon us this evening. You're talking about small accomplishments, very powerful, very, very powerful, small accomplishments. When we're talking about, I love it. Now we're focusing on star achievers, okay? You're talking about, we were used to just running by this right here. 6 customers, how powerful that is right now. And, I want to encourage everybody, because that's the first step. That is definitely the first step. And it doesn't stop there. After you get your 6, you stay in customer getting mode. Don't run away. Oh, I got my 6 now, so I'm through. No. Continue it. Keep it going, okay? And also, when I see links of success, we're talking about host a post. Not host a pocus, but host a post. Okay, and some of us was in that host a pocus mindset. Okay, old school mindset, as you say very well, you remind me of, Mr. Wilkins, old school mindset, okay? But, we got to grow a little bit. We got to have some growing pains, okay? And that's what we're going through right now. So I'm so excited about this because I'm aware of what time it is. That's one thing about us, about old schoolers. We know what time it is. You know, we're like chameleons, you know? So if you want to host a post, bring it on, okay? We're not going to run from it. We're going to make it happen and everything. You know, it's like a beautiful rap song, you know, a combination of old school beat and new school rhyme, okay? A beautiful rap song, okay? So, and another thing I see tonight, links of success, self-improvement, okay? I mean, what can I say? You can say it forward or backwards, self-improvement or improved self. It still means the same thing. And I want to encourage everybody to, you know, take time out to read, you know, to learn more, and just get into some self-meditation about yourself. It's gonna be the fuel you need when you run out of gas. It's gonna be the thing that keeps you going. It's gonna be the thing that helps you, you know, stay focused with your why, your goals and what have you. So I wanna, again, thank you for allowing us to participate and enjoy this very, very inspirational training session tonight. Thank you. I turn it back over to you, sir.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Mr. Beasley. I always say the old school, it's the old school beat with the new school music or the new school lyrics.
Rhymes.
There you go. New school rhymes. Well, I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're going to be doing on Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mark it in your calendar, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be hosting an opportunity Zoom call that's going to be right here on this same Zoom ID number, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time this upcoming Thursday, which is the 7th. We know the number 7 is the number of completion. So make sure that you are inviting like crazy. Make sure your team is inviting. Make sure you're inviting guests to be on that call, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on this upcoming Thursday. But thank each and every one of you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your commitment. Remember, I talked about this. 5% is the how-to. 25% is the external communication. 70% is the internal communication. The takeaway today, what are you going to be focused on the next 24 hours? What can I do the next 24 hours? What book am I going to read? What am I going to be listening to in terms of audio program? What am I going to do over the next 24 hours? Set a goal. How many loyal customers am I going to personally enroll this month? Portia Wilkins kicked my butt in April with loyal customers. I'm like, this woman, y'all done messed around and got her woken up. Is that a word? Woken up, awakened. There you go. I'm just trying to give y'all hope. All right. So anyway, but what is your focus? What's your commitment? What's your goal? GOAL. Go out and live. And let us make sure this month, one of the things that you're going to see me doing a lot more of on social is I'm going to be posting, I'm going to be promoting, and I'm going to be producing every single day. Some type of content in my stories, on my walls, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. Child, I may be on Snapchat, TikTok. You may see me show up on MySpace if you don't watch yourself. All right, so let's make sure that you, in business now, it's not good enough to be at the right place at the right time. You got to be at all the places at all the times. And you can do that leveraging social media. Host a post, whether you're hosting a post, you're sending out a text, you're calling somebody, the phone still works. Zoom calls, those still work, okay? I was on a mastermind session before this one earlier today with some other 7- and 8-figure earners, and I was just picking their brain. Hey, what do you do with a new person? Are you sending them straight to social media? What are you doing? Oh, man, if they're launchable, they've got influence, man, I'm doing 4 Zooms and doing a live with them after the 4th Zoom. Like, doing a live? Yeah, I go live with them on their page, and we just talk about concept. We talk about ideas so their audience can be plugged in. You know, others, if they don't have influence, man, I'm teaching them to go get customers, teaching them to become a product of the product. Why? So they have something to talk about. I'm telling you, from that hour session, that's all I needed. I said, boom, we're right on the right track. So thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Let's go out like crazy. May is the month of mayhem. It is the month of momentum. Let's go out here and do what it is that we're called to do. Thank you so much, Jennifer Nivens, for sharing your time, your experience, and your wisdom. Thank you, all the leaders that shared tonight, all of our presidentials, our triples, our doubles, diamonds. Appreciate you guys. All of the brand new rubies, congratulations. We're going to be having a ruby roundup real soon. All the brand new emeralds, congratulations again. Keep going. We celebrated on the 1st. Some of you celebrated on the 2nd. All right, now. Let's go to work. It's the 4th. All right. You done already spent all that money. No, all right, guys. God bless you. God bless your families. God most certainly bless your dreams. We'll see you Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here. God bless you. Good night.